Hey, hey, hey! Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Deeply Beautiful Life. I am RNK, one of the KnightChics. Let's start by singing the affirmation. I know. That's better. I accept all of me. The dark, the light, the in-between. I accept all of me. I love me. I accept all of me. The dark, the light, the in-between. I accept all of me. I love me. I love me. Okay, so that's the affirmation. I accept all of me. The dark, the light, the in-between. I love me. Okay, so do what you love. Deeply Beautiful Life. To me, one of the foundational principles, I would say, of creating a life that you absolutely like is literally to do what you like to do or love to do. Which I know a lot of people would say it's unreal. And I'm not even going to pretend that it's always the easiest thing to do on the planet, particularly if you have set your path on doing what seems expedient or what seems to be the sensible thing to do. If you suddenly wake up one morning and decide that you're going to actually do what you love to do, one, you may not even know what that is because you spent so long telling yourself that it's impossible to do what you actually want to do that you've forgotten what you want to do. And another thing to consider is that, yes, it will feel quite uncomfortable as you're making your transition. There are things that you need to learn. You spent a heck of a lot of time learning to be whatever it is that you are right now. You're going to have to learn to do the things that you love to do. And and another thing is that there are going to be people in your life who don't get it. Okay? And so it is easier for most people to think that I will just not even bother considering what I love to do. Of course, I'm an adult. I have to be responsible and I shouldn't do the things that I actually want to do. And so most people tend not to at all. And then they start waxing lyrical about how it's just not practical and it's not sensible for you to do the things that you do want to do. And it's not practical or sensible. It's just fun. Really, let's just be honest about it. It's about creating a deeply beautiful life as opposed to a deeply sensible life. Okay, so I tell you all of this to be clear and honest that it's not always the easiest thing to do to make that transition, but it is worthwhile. Who wants to get to the end of their life and realize that they lived it to be expedient or to be sensible, or because everybody else told them that this is a sensible thing to do? Most people make that choice. I personally refuse to make that choice. And I almost went down that path because I actually prided myself on being very, very sensible and very, very reasonable. And I won't, again, the transition hasn't always been easy, but I could never go back to just being a pharmacist because it was expedient, because it was, it made money. I love money. Absolutely, absolutely adore money. Money doesn't get to decide what I do or don't do. It helps. There's no way around that. But but you can always figure out how to make money doing what you actually want to do if first and foremost you decide you're going to find out what it is that you want to do. So yeah, what do you want? Ask yourself the question. If I could do one thing for the rest of my life, what would that be? If I could do one thing for the rest of my life, what would that be? What do I love to do? Get your journal out. Write down the answers that bubble up inside of you. Write down the answers that bubble inside of you. Now, the unfortunate thing for a lot of people is that they start trying to write down the answers that bubble up inside of them, but they're immediately filtering out what seems sensible and what doesn't seem sensible. So then you end up with a very short list or no list at all. No, this is not the time for judging what you think it makes sense or doesn't make sense. This is simply the time to write down, what do I want? What would I like to spend the rest of my life doing? the crazy thing is, you spend a heck of a lot of energy doing stuff that you don't want to do. If you would divert some of that energy to doing stuff that you do want to do, you would make the transition, okay? You would find a way forward. But most people in the end just don't give themselves the option because they think it's unreasonable and impossible. Give yourself the option of being happy, my love. Please. Truly happy, truly deeply peaceful, because there's no true happiness, there's no true peace if you're living the wrong life for you. If you're living the wrong life for you, you're never going to feel a sense of fulfillment. So, please, do what you love to do. That will help you live a deeply beautiful life. Have you taken advantage of the mantra and the brochure? Is it a brochure or catalog or whatever? They're completely free to you. The links are around this video. Go check it out. Until the next time, remember that life supports you, particularly when you're being you. Okay? Much amazing love. Bye.